I am extremely happy and glad that I got an opportunity to come with a series on ethics, integrity, and aptitude for all those who are preparing for civil services and they are dreaming to become a civil servant. Why not? Why not? It's a great dream for everybody. So, in the path of that dream, there is a paper which all have to qualify, and the most important part is that while reading that paper, while going through that paper, we will start realizing it, that how important this paper is. And there is a self-discourse going on while going through the syllabus of that paper. एक आत्म संवाद एक व्यक्ति का एक व्यक्ति से शुरू हो जाता है जब एथिक्स के पेपर से वो गुजरता है. तो मैं चाहता हूं, आई एम जस्ट विलिंग दैट I should try to pass on the best of wisdom to all of you, the best of knowledge to all of you, where you should start feeling that it is not only worth to qualify this paper, but to become the just. Yes, you are right. The name of this series is The Just. एक ऐसा व्यक्ति जो सिर्फ ब्यूरोक्रेट ना बने, लेकिन उसके अंदर एक ऐसे न्याय का भाव हो, एक ऐसा संतुलन हो उसके अंदर, नीति के प्रति ऐसी आस्था हो कि whenever somebody watch or somebody find that bureaucrat, they should start feeling that here appears the bureaucrat who is ethical, who is a man of values, who is man of principles, and certainly the just. So in our first episode, we are going to understand that what this syllabus is expecting from all of us. When you will go through the syllabus, you will find that the syllabus has very important component, which is human values, which is ethics, which is ethical principles. There is a lot on political philosophers, thinkers, great reformers, and then the syllabus takes us towards personality issues. Like we have what is the role of our attitude, the aptitude, the great emotional quotient, and gradually we enter in the world of cases, the conflicts, the dilemma, and then we hope that we will emerge successful, not in terms of pros and cons, in terms of utility only, but successful as a whole, where the last one also begins feeling that yes, this bureaucrat has empowered me. So, in my opinion, this paper has few components, a wonderful framework which we need to understand. But before that, my question to all of you is it worth to be ethical? We will say yes. Why the ethics is needed? Why? Because it's very simple, that the more we are ethical, the more we are walking on the path of ethics, the more we are going to do justice to our responsibilities. We will be more objective, we will be impartial, and we will try to pass on the benefits to the last man in the society. And a lot of time, the last man is always the least well off, and we have to serve them with a sense of duty. Therefore, we are referred civil servant. Now, the question is, how we should approach this paper. As I have said earlier, this paper has a very important component called concept. फसल की बात हम नहीं कर सकते, पहले हमें जमीन को समझना होगा. So the concept, किस तरह के विचार रखे गए, किस तरह के सिद्धांत की चर्चा की गई है इस पेपर में, that is very, very important. Those ethical philosophies that great Aristotle, Socrates, Plato, Kant, Locke, Rawls, Gilligan, हम गुजरेंगे, इनके दर्शन से हम गुजरेंगे, इनके सिद्धांतों से हम गुजरेंगे, so that we can develop a great foundation within us for this paper. क्या आपको लगता है कि बिना किसी फाउंडेशन के we will straight jump in the cases, we should start solving the questions? नहीं, this should not be the right approach. Let's have a very powerful foundation for that. And through this series of the Just, we are going to pass on that knowledge, that wisdom to all of you, where you should start feeling comfortable while handling and going through these concepts. So the पहला, अगर हम बोलें the first C, इसको मैंने 4 C में बांटा है, the 4 C's. So the framework will be, the first C will be the concept. The moment you will go through the concept, you will start realizing that the concepts are one side and the cases are in the paper another side. When you will see the question papers, you will find कि एक हिस्सा कॉन्सेप्ट की चर्चा करता है, उन विचारकों की चर्चा करता है, उस टर्म्स की चर्चा करता है, कोई इंटीग्रिटी की बातें करता है, कोई वॉइस ऑफ कॉन्शियंस के सवाल आते हैं, क्राइसिस ऑफ कॉन्शियंस की बातें होती हैं. तो वहीं दूसरी तरफ, on the other side, we have such a great, such a conflicting, such a mind-boggling cases. तो इन दोनों के बीच में क्या है? If the first C is concept, so the second C is cases? No. Between the two, the second C is conflict. वो द्वंद्व पैदा होता है. उस द्वंद्व के लिए we have to go through our personality. We have to introduce our personality through emotional quotient, through emotional intelligence. And that will be unique by understanding our attitude, by understanding various personality factors. तो एक तरफ तो हमारे principles हैं, those ethical principles, और दूसरी तरफ आते हैं cases, and between those ethical principles and the cases, certainly there is a conflict. So the future bureaucrat has to prepare himself. First will be the foundation of those ethical principles, those political philosophy. The great thinkers are going to save us, no doubt in that. वो हमें बचाएंगे, वो हमें हिम्मत देंगे, हौसला देंगे. कांट भी होंगे, अरस्तु भी होंगे. लेकिन इनके साथ साथ we need to read ourselves. As I have already said, we need to introduce ourselves. We need to have a self-discourse with ourselves. वो आत्म-संवाद होना चाहिए हमारे साथ, क्योंकि अब अंतर्द्वंद होगा. वो द्वंद जब आएगा तो हमारे व्यक्तित्व की बातें होंगी. So the political philosophy, the ethical principles, the great reformers and thinkers will be certainly creating a base for all of us, the foundation for all of us. And after that foundation, we will take those great learning of emotional intelligence. We will try to equip ourselves with that. And then we will enter in the third C, which is cases. So what is case? Case is a conglomerate, or you can say case is an exhibition of a certain problem. But it expects from the future bureaucrats or civil service aspirants that how good they have been in the terms of concept. Are they trying to approach the case as an amateur, as a raw mind, or somehow they have a very powerful foundation. If that is the situation, then certainly the civil services exam will make us happy. But if you will try to attempt those cases, in terms of just idealism or yes and no, then the purpose will be not solved. That is not the purpose of this UPSC also. I think by going through the paper, you will realize the paper is trying to push us not only to become a better person, but certainly to have that problem-solving ability, understanding and reading those ethical dilemmas and emerging from those dilemmas. That is very, very important. So after those cases, the third C, the fourth will be the conclusion. And that is very, very important. The conclusion means, as an civil service aspirant, where you are now, maybe that conclusion can be understood in your interview. Maybe it will be like a flavor of your whole, you can say, at paper, or your answers are going to provide that conclusion. They will give that flavor of conclusion. And that will be very interesting. Very, very interesting. So we have 4 C's. First C is the concept. The second one is the conflict. The third one is the cases. And the fourth one is conclusion. So overall objective of this paper is that paper is not expecting that we should give an ideal answer, utopian answer. Nothing it is like that. The paper want to make us understand that on the one side our values are very important. Very, very important. Then on the another side, the deliverables are also very important. So are we sound on that? Are we feeling comfortable on that? Whether we are giving that flavor through our answers? That is the expectation of this paper. So I hope you have got a fair idea in this brief discussion from my side. So the series which I am going to present to all of you is, it will be moving around these 4 C's. And we are going to discuss with all examples will be there. We are going to go through the question papers also. We are going to understand what should be our approach. We are going to do each and everything. You don't need to worry for that. Only my humble submission to all of you is, just keep on listening, discussing, and going through each and every episode of The Just. In the next episode, we are going to understand the concepts, and we will begin the concepts from ethics and values. My question to all of you, I am not going to ask that are you an ethical person or not? Not at all. You all are an ethical person. My question is, you all are good human beings. We all are good human beings. What needs to be done to become a better person? This is my question. So the country does not need a better bureaucrat first. The country needs a better person. So better person can become a better bureaucrat. I am repeating my question. You all are good human beings. Certainly. How you are going to become a better human being? Get ready with your answers. In the second episode, we are going to discuss that and keep on discussing these questions, this thought with your friends. And I'm sure and certain that you will have an answer. You all are a good human being. How you are going to become a better person? think, ponder, and wait for the next episode of The Just. Thank you so much.